Hey, look at that. This is the Madcapsules Vodcast. I'm Madcapsules. Nice to meet you. First video, hopefully one of many. Plan to be doing this weekly. But let's talk about why. So, obviously, with all the bloody greys I've got in my beard, I'm getting older. And it's time for a change. I realized there is, like the old saying goes, there's no happiness but the happiness that we create for ourselves. So I decided to create some happiness for myself. And you may or may not know this about me, but I have a podcast that's relatively successful called Cephalon Squared, and it's a podcast about the video game Warframe. And that, I realized, makes me happy. Creating content and talking to people online makes me happy. So if that makes me happy, then maybe I can do some other stuff that makes me happy as well. So this is going to be part of it. It's just going to be more of a personal video. So I guess that's an intro to what my plans are for this channel. These personal vids I will put on here, and of course I'll call them the Madcapsules Vodcast, whatever that may or may not mean to you. And that'll just go over what I'm doing, where I'm at. I'll sort of talk about some of that in a second. I do plan to hopefully do some other videos at some point once I've sort of sorted out my time and sorted out what I want to do with myself, because there are some other podcasts I'd like to do. It's just finding the time to build the communities around them as well, and record the podcast and do all the hard work. So some things I'm interested in: heavy metal, extreme metal, video games, books. I am writing a book. If you go to patreon.com/Greg Newbegin, I'll put a link at the bottom. You will find the book that I'm working on. There's a lot of things I'm really interested in, and meditation is something that I'm interested in as well. So I'd be interested to do a podcast about meditation. I'd be interested to do a podcast about extreme metal. I'd be interested to do a podcast about creating content and what you can do and how you can get started, aimed at beginners, because there's too many people out there who are making a lot of money making content. We're telling people that it's really easy to do, and in some ways it is, but in other ways it's not necessarily. So I'd like to make a beginner's tips video for content creation that's really realistic and down to earth, and that's the goal I have. Again, it all comes down to time. So we're going to start with these personal videos for now. I'll keep doing my Cephalon Squared project on the side, and we'll see where we go. So hopefully we will be doing these videos every week. I'll be aiming to do them every Tuesday night, Australian time. And why is that? And it's because I want to keep myself honest. Part of what I'm doing here is trying to make myself a better person and a healthier person. So I want to talk about my progress in regards to certain things. One of them being my mental health, another being my physical health. So working on a couple of things. So one of the things I have started doing as of this morning, so this is all very new, is daily yoga. So I'm going to start doing yoga every day in the morning when I wake up. So I'm starting to wake up an hour earlier than I usually do, so that I can do some yoga exercises. Why yoga? Yoga's really strenuous, and you can do a really physical workout in a shorter period of time. I also believe that yoga is very good at loosening up the joints, dealing with your bones and muscles and your internal organs. Now, whether or not I am into the spiritual stuff doesn't really matter. It's more about the exercise, what I'm getting out of it, and I do believe in to some degree, I believe in the spiritual stuff, but more in regards to how it affects my personal mentality. And as a result of that, I am also starting to meditate daily. So 2 to 3 times daily meditation, minimum of 10 minutes per meditation. And that is in the morning at least, and at night at least, with some potential times for other meditation slots here and there. And that's just because life can be bloody hard sometimes. Life can be stressful. We're all very good at our brains going a million miles an hour. We're not so good at slowing them down and just allowing ourselves to exist for a bit. Personally, I've found by slowing things down and taking time to relax and be me, I'm feeling more relaxed. I'm feeling happier. I'm able to make better decisions. The cloudiness that was in my mind is starting to go away. So, I'm getting older now. I'm quite unfit, face it. And I need to change my ways and become a better, fitter, stronger person, both mentally and physically. So that's what I'm planning to do, and I'll keep you up to dated. Up to dated? That's a word now. On a weekly basis, just to sort of let you know what is going on, whether or not it's working for me, what I've done, new things I've discovered, if there's anything that I discover, all of that kind of stuff, just to yeah, keep you updated, up to dated, if you will. And that's, I guess, the plan for this first video. Yeah, I guess I'll leave it at that. We'll see how things go for next week's video. But if you did manage to get through this whole thing, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And I hope to see you next week for podcast number 2. Bye.